It's me again, Jacob Nikos. This is the Happy Hill Family Radio Program. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a good day. Oh, Jake. Yeah, what's up, Chiefs? Did you really pick that song? Yeah, I did, actually. It's a beautiful song. It's about welcoming people into our little neighborhood that we have here. Do you know that that song was made by the Jonestown people? No, I didn't. I didn't know what that was even, Jeeves. What's the Jonestown people? Well, they drank a bunch of Kool-Aid and 900 people of them died, like, in the 1980s. I can't believe you'd be so insensitive. I didn't think about it, Jeeves. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't even know that was what that song was all about. Anyways, I really appreciate you bringing that up, Jeeves. Glad to have you back on the show. Glad to have everyone in the show. Anything else, Jeeves, that we have to talk about? No, you're just an idiot. All right, thank you. All right, so as you know, the Happy Hill radio program is a family radio program. It's a show where it's host-based and we have guest-based questions only. I will see everything that you guys say at the bottom. I will also make sure that we're probably not going to actually answer a lot of the questions, but you might see your guests actually nod and smile at some of the things you say. Is this a bad thing against them, Jake? No, it's not actually. It's just part of how the way the show works. Happy Hill's a place for everybody. Before we actually start going on with the show and we get with our first guest, I'm going to go ahead and bring up, we have an advertiser right now, and we also have a couple announcements to make for Happy Hill. Today's show is going to be brought to you by the Trelvane Family Tire Bait and Port Company. They're located on 7700 Whisper Road. They are here for all your brakes, fish and tackle, and Myrna Trelvane wants to remind you guys, she's making 70 pounds of sausage out of a barrel like 3 generations before her. We really appreciate the Trelvanes being a part of this family. The next one will be the announcements. So the Happy Hill Protestant Ministry over on Chilton Street wants to remind you guys that there's going to be a bake sale happening this Sunday, and all proceeds will go to the new church roof. Deacon Sanders is no longer in the clergy, so these baked goods are cannabis safe this time of year, just so you know. Lastly, someone stole the model trains from Travis Smith's house over on Fairfield. Travis Smith has said, and I quote, "I'm going to take an axe to whomever took them, so I think we should get them back, guys." So that's pretty much all the announcements and our advertising for today. Our guests today are going to be my friend Casey Brillon. I knew him since we were in high school. We're going to have Jen Mann after that. Krys will again do the... He'll do the weather. Why did I forget that? That's weird. And then Laura Presmyk will be on after that. She's a good friend of mine. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our first guest, and we're going to start our questions. In the time where we're waiting for him to show up, I'm going to go ahead and hang out with Jeeves here. What's up, buddy? How are you doing?
Hey, Jake. What's happening, man?
This is Casey Brillon. He is formerly from Vacaville Vista, and I'm guessing now you're in Eugene, Oregon. Is that how the trail works? Well, you did go all over the place a little bit.
Yeah. I'm in Eugene, Oregon now. Left San Diego, 2015? Yeah. I've been around the block. Started in Northern California, and when we first met, I had that weird accent.
Oh yeah, you said hello a lot.
Yeah, dude. And I guess now that's the thing, right?
It's something I picked up for sure as a thing. So, I think So we met each other in 1996. That was your first year when we hung out.
Yeah, 95 or 96, I think. Yeah. It was a long time.
So now you've become a world tour veteran of the Navy. You've done that.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, you still work for the government somewhat, and you actually graduated from Oregon.
University of Oregon.
University of Oregon.
Yeah, it's either the O or the Gape. I don't know what that is for this. That's what we do, man.
A literary degree in Oregon, then. Is that what you got?
Yeah, I got English and literature degree from U of O. Yeah, that was also exciting, man.
Also an artist as well, right? Oh, it's me. It's probably me lagging. Give me a sec. It's happening. There we go. Can you see me now?
I do. I see you perfectly. Yep.
Yeah, so you're an artist as well, though, right?
Yeah. I dabble in the comic arts and also some other mixed media stuff, like watercolor. That's something I've kind of been fooling with lately with the stay-at-home stuff.
Yeah, I still have your Nirvana thing on my wall, like right next to
Nice.
us, actually. Yeah, so
Excellent.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was probably one of the best things I ever did, I think.
It's a great one. I know you had it recently published in a book, so it's
Yeah,
a really
that's
good
right.
piece of
Yeah.
work.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, black and white through Out of Step Books. They're like a lowbrow art studio here in Eugene. They actually have booths now for tattoo artists in their studio, and they do a
that's
drink and
tight.
draw. Yeah, that place is so cool.
Are you
It's
ever thinking about drawing for tattoos?
no, only if someone like you like said, "Hey, draw me a tattoo."
Drawing a
Yeah,
tattoo?
yeah, but I would
All
never
right.
put my hands on a tattoo gun. That's
So we're gonna go through the questions now.
yeah.
Ready? All right. So yesterday I was pretty stoned and I was watching GI Joe, the cartoon.
Yes.
Did you when you got into the military, did you ever think there was going to be some sort of terrorist organization, much like Cobra was?
No, I more thought there was like not so much Cobra, but sea monsters. I don't know if you want to go that route. Yeah, just being in the Navy. Yeah, I was like, all right, there's got to be sea monsters out here somewhere. So I used to stare out into the ocean all the time. But as far as Cobra,
Yeah.
no.
No. It's so
Yeah,
weird, such a battle situation where people are shooting laser bullets at each other. No one ever hits anybody.
no one ever hit
It's.
shit. Just the vehicles. That's it, dude.
I know you're a big fan though. So did you ever have a single GI Joe though that you actually liked, like as a character wise, like
Yeah, dude.
as a toy?
Dude, you're gonna think it's funny, but it's a Shipwreck, dude. The old
Shipwreck,
sailor one.
like the sailor guy with the
Yeah,
open shirt.
yeah, the open shirt and the parrot. He came with a parrot and fucking a little weird looking gun, like a handgun, a
Yeah.
musket or something. Yeah, that was my favorite one. And you know what? I actually never had that GI Joe, but I have a bag of them still that I collect. Still, I have them in the closet. I
I
never
think I
got rid of
remember
any of
seeing
my
it last
GI
time.
Joes. Yeah, love those damn
First
things.
the first time that we ever met, you asked me if I liked the Beastie Boys. That was the first
Oh,
question you ever said to me.
no shit.
If you had, if it, on these three albums, if you had to pick a favorite, would it be Paul's Boutique, Licensed Hill, and Check Your Head? Which one would it be?
Check Your Head. That was
Check Your Head.
super influential for me. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
just the when that album was out, dude. So many memories and shit. Yeah,
it was a
every
good
album
time
like
because it was a good time too because like grunge was going around that time, and so like hearing something like Blue Nun and shit like that was insane to me. Like I'm like this is the nuttiest album I've ever heard in my entire life.
yeah, dude. And their albums are always so diverse too. They'll throw in like the punk stuff or the instrumental stuff, and then just the trip out stuff for a minute, and then they go right back into the trio, the hip hop stuff, which
Yeah,
it you gotta love every. I love every damn Beastie Boy album, and each one kind of
yeah,
like when it came out, like kind of shaped that part of my life a little bit. Like Hello Nasty is a pretty good one for me, and even the Mix Up, that's a newer one that is pretty special. I have that one on vinyl.
yeah.
I love those fucking Beastie Boys albums. They're the best.
I know, I know you do. It's
Yeah.
always everything we listen to or driving on your dad's 77. Was it 77 Chevy?
72.
72. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Three on the tree. I remember
Three on
that.
the tree. Yeah. No power steering. That thing.
Um,
Oh my
here's
gosh.
here's a harder question. So, if there was an army of small people, like little people coming
Yeah.
at you, how many do you think you could fight before you got taken down?
Do they have weapons or is it just fists?
No, just straight fists.
Oh man. I could take out quite a few, but once they get on my back and stuff, it's I can't get off. Yeah. I'll take
It's like
as
a
many
swing.
as I can. A good
It's like a
six,
swing
maybe
backpack.
6 or
Six.
7.
All right.
Yeah. Little people.
Like Ben, you're not a little person. You're short. Ben just said, "Give me a bad face on that."
Oh, we did. Oh,
Um, yeah, yeah. So as an artist, Van Gogh cut his ear off to send it to the woman he loves the most. Um, if you had to send a piece of your body to Gretchen right now, if you were far away from her, what do you think it would be?
piece of my body.
Gretchen is wife since fuck. You guys have been
Like,
together since we're 18 years old. So yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like
But dude, I would
image.
send her like an envelope full of belly button lint or something like that. If I didn't have, if I had to cut off a piece of my body, I don't know. Like, she hates that belly button lint. I always show her. Yeah, depending on the color of shirt I had that day, it's like, look, it's red today. You know. And,
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'd give her I don't know, man. Maybe
You'd have to cut a piece off.
a pinky toe, I guess, or
Okay, that's easy. That's easy
an
enough.
ass cheek, maybe. Yeah, man, I'll sever off an ass cheek.
I mean, it's just a piece of fat, so it's way worse.
Yeah. I'll sit kind of like this afterward.
The last question is: should ninjutsu be taught in school?
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yes.
You think that's skill that people need to have in this day and age?
Yeah, with all the little people running around, absolutely, dude.
Well, awesome, Casey. It's so good to see you. It's been a long time since we talked. Do you have any pluggables? I know you're at Trusty Comics on Instagram. So
Yeah, no, I don't have anything. I haven't drawn any new books or anything. No plugs here, dude.
cool.
Yeah, at Krusty Comics. The old store's still open. Whatever. Yeah.
Tight. I will get in touch with you via FaceTime when we're not just doing live bullshit. I promise you that.
Absolutely. I do too. I haven't had a face-to-face with you, obviously, yesterday, but then today I haven't seen your face-to-face conversation since 2015. So, yeah, we need to do this more often, man. Have a beer.
I'm down.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm down. Every morning we'd have coffee. I don't give a shit, whatever you want to do.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
All right, buddy. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. I love it.
Awesome. All right.
See you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so that was Casey Brillon. Again, longtime friend. Obviously, you saw the connection between the two of us. We've been doing this for a very long time. Really good friends. Dialing on my next guest, seeing if she's showing up. If not, totally fine. She might be a little bit busy. She's a busy girl. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're being safe. The usual things that everyone says all the single time. This is coffee. It also has some Irish cream in it and whiskey, so everything as well. Hello.
Well, hello. Oh, wait.
Well, looks like I'm talking to Lewis Mann right now.
Hello.
Owner of Jenny Mann Photography. Yeah, Jenny Mann Photography, right? Correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. And owner of Big Hats and Big Glasses. How are you doing today?
This is how you get by, with large hats and big glasses.
all the shade in the world?
All the shade. I mean,
did you go out today? Did you do any hiking today or anything? Or
we were supposed to go for a little jaunt today. It did get postponed for tomorrow. We were all a little bit baked from earlier. Like we were so much sunshine from earlier today. So yeah.
Well, that's good. That's awesome. So how are you doing? How's your hobbies pulling up these days? Working a lot still?
Not working as much right now, but completely understandable. I mean, we're all going through something right now. So, I mean, patience is the biggest part about this whole thing. But currently I have been drawing a lot, and most of it's Star Wars characters.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Painted a really
Are you guys a big Star Wars house?
Huge Star Wars house. Star Wars and Avengers.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of kids running around there, so I can see that.
They're everywhere.
Okay, so we could probably start on some of the questions we'll do. I'm going to recycle one from the last one that I did, though, for sure.
Okay.
All right, so if you were given your own sovereign nation, like it was the nation of Jenny Mann,
mm-hmm.
What state bird do you think would be on that island or said country?
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird? That'd
Absolutely.
be the one? So it'd be all over the flags and everything like that?
Hummingbird.
All right, cool. I mean, hummingbirds are tight.
That was absolutely a no-brainer. In our backyard, pretty much every evening this past month and a half now, we've sat outside and we've been watching the hummingbirds fly back and forth, and they can get pretty aggressive. Like, they're territorial and they're serious. They mean business. They're tiny, but they're super mighty. So.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, they are. They have giant fucking nostrils or noses and attack things. Attack each other for the crack that is my hummingbird feed.
Yeah.
If you had invested in an extracurricular activity in high school, what do you think you wish it would had been if you missed one?
God, at this point, um, in high school, I did a lot of like I was on the newspaper or like the school paper. I did yearbook. Um, I was in sports, but I didn't stick with sports a lot with the high school itself. Like I was doing outside school sports, so like softball and stuff. I feel like if I had really planned ahead, um,
If you say bowling, we're breaking up.
what was that? Bowling?
I said if you say bowling, we're breaking up.
No, I wish it was honestly like chess club because my brothers kick ass at chess, and I'm like the
Mm.
only one who can't play the game proper apparently. So I make up my own moves, you know.
I mean, it is a good sport. It's the sport of some pretty smart people, but at the same time, I mean, what was the Fisher guy's name? He was the one that was like the most racist one. Like, there's that too that happens.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I wish chess because even my kiddo, like Vanessa, she's really good at chess. So I wish I was better.
she's a pretty smart kid. I can see that.
Oh yeah.
So if you were to die in jail, what would your final meal be, you think?
It would be a pot roast with mashed potatoes, green beans, and a German chocolate cake.
Nice. Nothing to drink? Any certain beer that you'd want to have though?
Um,
Is that or ball or what?
that's a little too that's a little too much for like the last beer. I don't think I'm ready to answer that question yet. These are
Okay, that's fine.
hard. That's a hard
I totally
question.
get you. The next one's gonna be a really hard question. Okay. So do you think on a parallel timeline, Nicolas Cage, the greatest actor of all
Oh,
time,
Nicolas Cage?
would be, yeah. On a parallel timeline, would Nicolas Cage be a professor, a bus driver, or a sous chef?
You're gonna have to repeat the question. I just had a helicopter fly above me.
That's okay. So Nicolas Cage, one of the greatest talents of all time.
Hmm.
Do you think Nick Cage, on a parallel universe, on a parallel timeline, would be a professor, a bus driver, or a sous chef?
God, I would love to see him like in the kitchen. That would be amazing. Um,
Just freaking out, getting wild.
yeah. I think honestly, the entertainment when it came right down to it, I'm gonna say bus driver.
Mhm. He's not turning left. Just getting like super loud. Yeah, the only guy that I know that can win an Oscar by having like various tones of
Yes.
volume in the speech.
Yes.
Like it's great. He at 70 movies in 30 years, he has to get an Oscar somewhere in there.
And it might give you a really great experience on the bus. So there's that.
Got you. That's totally like that. Recycling one from Casey's in thing though. Do you think ninjutsu should be taught in school?
Wait, what? Say it again?
Ninjutsu. Do you
Oh,
think the
ninja.
art of ninjutsu should be taught in
Oh.
school?
Duh. I think more things should be taught in school. I mean, come on. That should work.
Well, I want to say I appreciate you being on the show, Jen.
Heck yeah.
Look, carving some time off in your busy ass schedule. I really appreciate you showing up.
Thank
I
you
hope
so
I hope you
much.
enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoyed having you on the show, and I can't wait to see you again once this is all over.
I can't wait to see the weather.
It's coming up right next. Actually, good byline. It's like you work here. All right, Jen. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
All right. So coming up next is going to be the Weather Center with Mr. Krys Moldanado. Chris, I hope you're tuning in right now. Want to take a look at how the weather's doing in good old Happy Hill today. Looks pretty nice in Happy Hill right now. How are you doing over there, bud?
Oh man, what a segue into my segment. We're gonna have to get her a job, Nikos.
I know she's really good at what she does.
Fantastic. Oh God, how was your day today?
Good. My face is a little bit red because I had some whiskey already. So
Oh,
we're
well,
doing
that's the way to do it, really. What else are we really doing out here? Hello to everyone here at Happy Hill. Hope you're having yourselves a fantastic day. Let's get started. First, Jake, how's our ratio here? Can you see everything? You happy with it? We like it?
I can see pretty well, yeah.
Outstanding. Don't worry, we'll have the rest of it up for you. Feel free to visit me Send me a message if you need any of the transcripts. I've got all the weather. With that, let's get right into it. We should let you know, Happy Hill Family Weather Program is brought to you by Google Weather app. Also, Ted's 20-minute taxidermy drive-through for Ted's fastest and most reliable service. Getting right into it if we can here.
Let's get right in. On the second show, we already have so many sponsors. This is amazing.
We're a popular show. As we go right in here, Happy Hill week at a glance. Saturday is obviously going to be liquid hot magma. It's going to be pretty warm out there. I think all of us are already starting to feel the heat a little bit. Make sure you keep that sunscreen on. We'll cover that a little bit later. Sunday is definitely going to be the day you wish it was. It's going to be one of the greatest days of the week. As we carry into Monday, we could see possible mania, which is going to make us wish it was Sunday. Low-hanging fruit, that's going to be a popular thing here. So Manic Monday, you wish it was Sunday. Get it? Moving on. Tuesday, we'd like you to create something if you can. That's definitely in the forecast. You're going to get a little bored there. There's no Taco Tuesday to go to. Throw back a couple shots of tequila and see what comes to mind here, okay? Wednesday, I want you to tell someone you love them, because here at Happy Hill, love is what makes the world go round. It's going to be very important for you there. Thursday, get yourself an ice cream. That heat's really going to get to you. You probably haven't hydrated enough since you've been drinking too much tequila. And Friday, what else do you do on Friday other than fall in love? So Manic Monday, wish it was Sunday, and it's Friday, we're in love. Okay? That's fantastic weather. As we take a look, moving forward here, and we do a general climate check from your neck of the woods or other people's neck of the woods. Sunshine all the way around. Most important to note that it is going to be looking like a great week to be told to stay inside. Obviously, with some of the bans getting lifted, you're going to be able to go out and enjoy some things. Probably the best idea is just to stay at home, and I'm going to tell you why right now. We do have a giant flood warning coming to Southern California and coastal areas of California. Jake, I don't know if you've heard about this, but this is going to be a massive influx of fluids, if you will, and water, and more than just water as well coming in. The number one thing, obviously, is going to be pasty white people at beaches. With the beaches being open, they are going to flood. They are going to flood there. There's going to be a lot of white people. Everyone's been enjoying their home-baked breads and everything. So we're going to see some large sizes of paleness going through.
That's true.
That'll rectify itself.
People had a lot of carbs and didn't get a lot of sun. So yeah.
Oh, my friend, I myself, I'm telling you right now, it's been delicious. In addition, we're going to see a lot of Instagram posts of the same fucking photo. Your news feed is going to get absolutely flooded with that. It's going to be anything from sunsets to scantily clad men or women gazing off into sunsets or sunrises going, "Give me life. I'm so glad I'm back." Usually with those kinds of hashtags. You're gonna want to.
My favorite is the one where the hand holding the girl holding the man's hand and taking a picture as they walk to the beach. We're gonna see a lot more of that.
Funny that you mentioned that. I was talking with some of the other cities' weather centers, and as it turns out, a lot of these quarantine relationships are going to be just that, for the quarantine. So we may not see as high an influx of actually these people meeting. Yeah, so something to keep an eye on there. I'll let you know by Thursday's episode how that's going. Important to note, these Instagram may have a basic bitch or bro caption with it, as we've previously just discussed. There will be lots of "take me back, give me life," "summer, I'm ready for you," photos of the same fucking sunset, "I've missed you," things like this. There'll be lots of that going around.
Gotcha.
Also going to be a lot of social distancing barbecues. The weather in Southern California is perfect for it. People are going to swear up and down that they will be able to maintain the recommended social distance while having a barbecue. You're bound to get invited to one or two of those. Make sure you're using your best judgment. And also, we are going to have a literal flood of traffic. Everyone is going to be so excited to head to the beaches that you are going to see a stampede of sorts. Please exercise caution. So what are some things we can do to rise above the tide, or get to the high ground, if you will? Well, I'm glad you asked. What we have here is incremental tanning, social sunscreening. Incremental tanning means, please, if you head out to the beaches today, don't go for it all and expose us to the blinding light that will be your skin tone. Start with something small. Go with your legs first, then show your arms, then maybe to the midsection. If you do it all in one go, we're all going to fucking go blind. Which brings us to the next point. Social sunscreening is also going to be the big thing. And no, I am not telling you to put sunscreen on somebody else. That comes later on down the line. Right now, make sure you're sunscreening yourself, because if you're not sunscreened, you will get burnt by the reflection of the pasty white person seated less than 6 feet from you. Very important thing to keep in mind.
Good tip.
Absolutely. If you followed your Greek mythology, Archimedes had a mirror theory, and we don't want to be doing that to ourselves. Remember, as far as the flood of Instagram posts, something to go out for everybody else, remember, most of us live in the same fucking city. We've seen the sunset. We've seen the sunrise. And normally, we'd be okay with the fact that you are posting it again for the 100th time this week. But remember that everyone is constantly doing it right now, and we need to try to stem the tide of those flood of photos. So most importantly, remember, much like everywhere else, your view of the world is really not that special. We haven't been... As far as the social distance barbecues, we need to remember that we haven't been confined that long. So we can all take a break. And you're asking yourselves, Krys, what are social distance barbecues? Are they real? And the answer, absolutely not. There is no scenario in which you will be able to keep a safe distance from the person next to you at said barbecue. Everyone's always going to crowd the cooler, because you got some people that are just some thirsty bitches, and you'll never get a beer, and then you're going to be sober, and then you're not going to want to hang out. So by all means, continue doing the video chats, continue doing the posts. If you live in an apartment complex, BYOB, so you don't jam up on those social distances. My next thing is, as far as our traffic is concerned, the little flood of the traffic, stay off the roads for the first week. This includes public transit and Ubers. It's going to be such a fucking nightmare right now that there's really no point. Let it all, the newness, wear off, and then we'll jump right into it, okay? As we move forward to some of our high traffic areas, let's take a look at the weather in some cities around the country.
Sounds great.
And the world. Now we're taking you to weather in Punky Doodle's Corners, Ontario, Canada. Now this has a temperature of where, because we have no fucking idea where this is. We got high in the naming... We got high in the naming cities while you're drunk. The low is going to be trying to fit that fucking title onto a piece of paper or your address. You're going to need some extra long envelopes for that one. So far today, there will be lots of driving in circles, because nothing but corners by the sound of the name. Jake, fun fact about Punky Doodle's Corners, if we have a second. Punky Doodle's Corners has the #1 stolen sign in all of Canada.
Oh, nice.
Can you believe that? Yeah. I don't know why people would need it.
No, why would they?
And now that I'm going to put this earworm into your head, try to imagine Patrick Stewart singing Punky Doodle like he would say Punky from Punky Brewster, and that's never going to leave your head. As we move on here, we have Bird in the Hand, Pennsylvania. Now the weather is going to be a little flighty, going to be up and down all around, kind of like a merry-go-round, Jake. Going to want to make sure you just dress for everything. Make sure you're in layers. Bring back those zip-up cargo pants. High is definitely going to be the city's value. Low, we'll get there. Once again, Sunday, we're going to see 65 degrees in the high. Low on Sunday is going to be the hanging fruit. Far today, we're going to try not to bring you too much on it. Fun fact about Bird in the Hand, believe it or not, there were 2 county areas called Two in the Bush, Pennsylvania, and those were actually consolidated and sold to become Bird in the Hand. So
oh, wow.
It is true. 1 bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, Pennsylvania. Next, we go to Carefree, Arizona. Obviously, the weather in Arizona currently is going to be hot as balls. We are seeing a current spike on Saturday. We're expected to see a high in the relocation rates of some of its legal or non-legal citizens. Low is going to be the price of airfare here, so you're going to want to keep an eye on that. Carefree sounds like a great place to go. Sundays, you're going to see the high and the median age at 62.5 years old. Low POCs. If you can't read that on the screen, that's just a little nugget for you. So far today, anti-poor protests have been going on as the median salary is $92,000 a year. Fun fact, Jake, I actually spoke with the weatherman over at Carefree, Arizona, and he tells me that since there has been such a high thing of relocation rates, the city's name actually was Carefree because of the fact that the relocations have been, in their eyes, quote unquote, successful. That has been your weather report. As always, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the Happy Hill Weather Center. My name is Chris, your mediocreologist. Thanks for tuning in.
I want to thank Krys Moldanado for being on the show once again. Always the best weatherman in town. We really appreciate it over here at Happy Hill. All right, so we got one more guest to go. We're going to go ahead and just try and shift her over as fast as possible. We're going to grab her right now. Yeah, dude. God, Krys is so good at doing the fucking weather. He's so good at
God. And here we
well,
are.
how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
And it's just happening.
This is Laura Presmyk. Laura worked with me over at Society back in the days. Worked at Urge, or works there currently, and works with horses as well.
Yeah, all the things.
She takes kids or people on lessons and all that fun stuff. She's one of the best. Love her to death. How you doing today, Laura?
Super duper. How are you?
Good. I got to see you today earlier because you dropped off a bunch of dirt.
And I got some beer in exchange. It was a really, I think, pretty fair.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to grow, so yeah, that's how it works.
All right.
Anyways, hit
me with this shit. Super. I'm ready.
Are you ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. You are a carnivore, correct? You do eat meat?
Correct. Omnivore, I would say, but yes.
Okay. So if you could eat any one extinct animal, what would it be?
I guess dodo bird, because, chicken. It's a fowl, I think, right? That would be.
And they can't run from you, so it's
tasty, yeah.
Or they can't fly from you, yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty solid choice.
So would you air fry that, or would you cook it, would you bake it in the oven? Would you make some wangs? Some dodo wangs?
I do like wings, so maybe some wangs, some buffalo dodo wangs. That'd be dope. I'd be into that.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
That's good. I mean, that's a good way to cook some dodo. If you could date any historical figure, I'm talking dead, not alive. We have covered this in the past. Who would it be, and why?
Okay. So.
I mean, you are a single person, correct? So you can date somebody that's a historical figure. That's
yes, and I could hypothetically date a historical person anyway, because I can do what I want.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm thinking Paul Newman, actually.
Paul Newman, the blue-eyed devil himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like him.
1, eyeballs, rad.
Yeah.
2, make salad dressings and donate to charity. So I mean.
He's dead now. Is that
I know,
but
doesn't matter. But yeah, there's still all my salad dressing bottles say they're going to charity. So those are my two reasons. I think it's fine.
Sigh when you're doing salads, you just sigh at a bottle though. You just look at it and
Paul
go,
Newman, he does such good. God, I miss him.
All right, here's a big question. So if they were on a boat together, the three of them, we're talking Rihanna, Sandra Bullock, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and that boat started to go down, who has to get off the boat, and why?
Rihanna.
Rihanna?
Yeah.
Okay. She's not your favorite pop singer?
No, pretty useless to me, honestly.
More so than Sandra Bullock as an actress?
Yeah. I really like Bird Box. Bird Box, is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was called Bird Box, yeah.
Yeah, there's a handful of movies that I like from her, and just Rihanna just couldn't. I
mean, my favorite was While You Were Sleeping, so that was my favorite jam, but that was before you were born, probably.
She's not that old, but it's fine.
I think I only have one question left for you. So, in a fight between the T-Rex and a bunch of baby boomers with spears only, how many baby boomers do you think it would take down to take?
Repeat that, because
it's all good.
You have to repeat it because my phone was dying, and of course it paused. Do it again. Okay.
Gotcha. All right. So if a bunch of baby boomers with spears only
Okay.
had to take down
Okay.
a T-Rex, how many baby boomers do you think it would take to take down a T-Rex?
Lord, probably 30 at least.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
baby
they're older.
well, baby boomers though, like some of them are physically capable, like think Papa Presmyk, right? Super capable. He's
Yeah.
probably like the equivalent of 4, right? But then you might have
I hope
some
he's
that can't
watching
move
right
as
now, by
well.
the way. I miss you, Krys, by the way. It's been a
Shout
while.
out to
So,
Papa
yeah.
P, best boomer out there.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I'm gonna say roughly 30, unless you have Papa Presmyk, then maybe like 5.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's good. They're pretty well fed. They're older, though. I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think your dad would actually jump on the back of a tail and just run up its neck, though. I think your dad would be savage.
He'd handle that easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
Yeah, totally. I think that's all I have for you, Laura.
Cool. Rad.
Anything else? You want to promote anything? Do you have anything that you have going on? There's not really a public way for you to teach people lessons on how to ride a horse.
Not really.
Equestrian style,
I will
right?
say,
Right.
best pup you've ever seen, right here.
True.
His name is
She's
Little
a big-
Bear.
She's a big bear. She's a big bear. She's a big dog fan, folks.
I'm a big bear fan. But yeah, that's all you need to know. Number 1 pup.
Tight. All right, I'll probably FaceTime you later, Laura, so it was good talking to you.
Cool. Thanks for
All right.
having me.
No worries. Thanks for being on the show.
Bye.
Bye. And that was the show for this week, or this time, guys. We're actually going to do this every Tuesday and Thursday of every single week. My next guests are still being scheduled at this moment. I really want to tell you, I really appreciate you showing up for the Happy Hill Family Radio program. It's one of the best things that I've created in the last year, and I'm very happy about it, mainly just because it's just so much fun to do. It's fun to talk to my friends, and it's fun to hang out. Love you guys. Be safe wherever you are. Worship whatever God you fucking believe in. Miss you guys so much. And we'll see you again. It's coming up on Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. Bye, guys.